Enjoy the battle. Hello. What's your name?
It's just rushed. Bakolaki?
Alright, good luck and enjoy your cricket. Thank you.
Kuba Tegeka for the next big stars of Uganda.
Wait. So the next match is between AMAKUBI and AMAKOKOTAZI. The toss was won by AMAKUBI, who opted to bat first. I think seeing the score from the first inning or from the first game that we had earlier, the captain Pius Oloka Pius, an under 19 international, I would say. He's literally the most experienced batsman player on his team. Yeah, most experienced in his team, you would say, opted to bat first for reason.
Five, six senior players.
AMAKUBI. So, are you rooting for them to win the tournament?
Yes, I am. You know, winning a tournament needs around 2 batsmen and 2 bowlers to do the job, basically.
Who actually execute right.
And the rest of the players work around them. Yeah.
And for you, Marvin, you feel that's the team that could win the tournament?
I believe that's the team that will.
I've seen a lot of talent in the morning. I've seen a lot of players raising their hands up and more than willing to lift their teams to victory. So I think we have a match. If at all you agree with Marvin's prediction, feel free to hit up the BATBALL Twitter page, yeah, and send in your predictions on who is winning the NILE edition of this tournament. It's actually the second of many more to come.
Many more to come, yes.
Many more to come. I was talking to the chief operations, yeah, and BATBALL has a big package coming for Uganda cricket. A big package coming for development cricket in Uganda. They have a plan to, besides the pathways and runways for talents to take off, they have a plan to actually mobilize and generate a database. Yeah, they want to get a hold of this data, get a hold of these records that are basically part of someone's career. Yeah, most of the people older than us have played cricket, and it's all on their lips. Unless they tell you, unless someone tells you about them, there's nothing to show for it until they get to national team or under 19. Yeah. What do you feel about how do you feel about someone as young as maybe 14 having a record, a batting record, a track record that goes that far?
Well, back then, as we used not have such things, we used to find cricket in high school, secondary schools, you know. So by the time you start loving the game, and by the time you are into it, you are already leaving high school. And when you get to campus, it's always difficult to come back into that game. But with such an innovation, I urge parents out there, bring your kids out here. Bring your kids out here. I'm seeing very many young kids here in primary, those playing the tennis ball.
Just to cut you short a bit, can I take a moment to dance to this song?
It's okay.
Don't forget, come play Party and Partner with BATBALL. There's a lot of vibe around the pitch, around the oval. The sun is up. The wicket is getting well baked. Yeah, I believe the bounce will improve. I believe if the batsmen apply themselves, they'll get runs off. I can see, would say cheerleaders around. I can see some dancing behind the tents. They're here to support. They are to support their friends. They've seen them play. They've seen them practice, and eventually making it to play on any of these teams should be
actually
a pleasure and an honor for most of them.
I'm rooting for two teams here to reach
the final.
The finals. That's AMAKUBI and Butu.
And Butu.
And Butu to be a very tight game and interesting to watch.
You're starting to sound like you rooted for Brazil and France to make it to the final.
No. Unfortunately, I was a Portugal man.
Yeah.
So with finals, I'm rooting for France.
For France. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But that's a debate for another day. We're again back here. The competition is on. It's on. Those that are not playing on teams have also been engaged somewhere. There's a lot of Wembley camps that have been set up. I'm seeing one near the nets, near the Nalfenya end. A couple of youngsters being coached. It's rather very interactive here. It's very interactive. And those who have not yet ready, get on your way. You don't need to miss this.
There's a way cricket pulls you. You may come when you're very smart. Then you find kids playing when they'll be like, you know what, let me just have a swing of a bat. A few minutes later, you put off the shirt. Can see AMAKUBI batsmen working on Oluka Pius.
There has been a change in the umpiring pairings. Andre Kungu is on with Ivan Baidu. Ivan Baidu is a seasoned bowler, seasoned batsman. He was born and bred here in Jinja. And Mr. Kungu carries the same kind of heritage. And then we're here to witness the second match on match day 1 between AMAKUBI and AMAKOKOTAZI. You can see youngsters that have featured in the league also. They've had an opportunity to play there. And this is their opportunity to showcase, to drive their teams to victory. The first ball to be delivered off the blade, offered, fielded. Ibra opening the batting with Pius Oloka, his captain, and hoping to drive the team through this inning. Third ball of the inning. Oh, missed run out. A good call from the two batsmen, and they get the scoreboard running. So AMAKUBI is already underway with 1 run on board.
I believe there is a battle here.
A serious one.
A serious one. Bagaga and Pius.
There are no more doubts about the wicket. They all know how it's playing. They've seen how the first two teams have played. And I'm sure the captain that plays the second game actually has a plan now.
Yes, he does.
He's no longer elaborate.
No. Oh!
A leg by. Good backup. So far, Bagaga is having a good over.
Shot.
Full.
What a
Belted
shot.
through.
Wow.
Straight to the boundary.
Beautiful shot.
A beautiful shot. For 4 runs.
Well, I believe this is going
He
to
did
be
that with ease.
He
did that with ease.
I believe this is going to be a very interesting game because the AMAKOKOTAZI, they look to be solid on the fielding.
Yeah,
there are no fumbles.
You've not seen any fumbles yet? Isn't it too early to tell?
No. They look confident. They look to know what they are doing.
So they're sending a good message to each other. I think both teams are in charge of what they're doing right now. It's a good game of cricket to watch. Oh yeah, well controlled shot, but retrieved by the short fine leg. With ease. And the first over is down for 7 runs. 7 runs. One of Pius Oloka's, the first boundary of the day in the inning. The first boundary of the inning of Oloka Pius's power spot. Who would you say is the player to watch in either team?
In which team?
AMAKUBI.
AMAKUBI. believe it's Oluka Pius. He'll have been the captain. He'll have been in camp for under 19.
Yeah.
So I believe he would use that experience
And he has a lot of experience from the league.
from the league, played World Cup.
Wow, World Cup.
So I believe he's the man to watch.
Would that put you off your game if you are bowling to him?
No. Yeah, I love challenges.
No, I'm not talking to the Marvin of today. I'm talking
The Marvin of back then.
back then.
Well, to send a bit of signals.
A
bit
bit of
of-
jitters down.
Yes. But
There's little room for error. Little room for error, but anyway, it's one ball for the batsman, and
6
you always
balls
have
for
6 to set him up. Both teams so far have resorted to having a bowler, a pace bowler coming from the Lugogo Road end, and a spin bowler coming from the lofted and land safe, retrieved by Igloo at Midon. Both of them have had this bowling pairing for a spinner coming from the Nalfenya end and a pace bowler coming from the Lugogo Road end. Earlier you had a contradiction to that.
with
The spin pace bowler combination.
no, it's very okay because by the time open up the field, by the time the batsmen think of going big and all that, the field would be open. You know, Oluka Pius has to me, I've seen him play quite a few games and he's always gotten out by spin. I don't know why, but maybe he has that phobia in execution. He fears to make mistakes. Yeah.
The first wide of that inning, right?
Yes, the first wide.
They're quite short. He's bowling quite short. I hope he is able to get his footing after this over. Shot through covers, and the chase is on, and they're able to pick 2. Nice and easy. The first run was hard, and then they take 1 for the misfield.
Good running between
Punished.
wickets.
Good running between the wickets and game awareness. They picked 4. They picked 3 off that ball. It was short, slapped into covers, retrieved well, and then they got the bonus run because of a misfield. Yeah, these small things actually matter. The small things actually matter. The backup actually had the easiest job to do. Just be there, stop the ball, and your work is done. Shot, sweet, fielded
Para
well.
fielding.
A brilliant shot got a good response. A brilliant shot got a good response.
I believe this was the bowler to take on because bowling all over.
He's either short or full. Yeah, he's either short or full. I've not yet seen a ball something like that. I think that's his line and length. Yeah, that's the length he should be bowling. He's better off bowling that kind of length. Again, play, party, and partner with BATBALL. Right here in Uganda, it brings you the best of development cricket at the moment. It's a good.
How is the environment to you? Apparently, it's looking more lively.
It's more lively. Crowds are coming in.
I'm seeing young kids.
Bagaga given another over. The response is brilliant. They want the board moving. 4 runs, belted over mid-on. Belt over mid on by Pius.
Seriously
It's a
coming
battle.
for it,
It's a
but
serious battle between
Pius is a few steps ahead of all these guys here. He has played at a bigger stage,
a bigger stage.
so there's no stage fright for him. And this is just maybe could be more like a net session to him, I should
Do
say.
you think so? I don't. Bagaga disagrees. That was a good. Bagaga disagrees with you, Joseph. Good response from Bagaga.
He's showing
ready
maturity.
for the fight. He's ready for the fight. He's not going down easy. He's not going down easy.
One thing I like about all these kids now, they always want a challenge. No one agrees.
Bagaga
They
running
always
in for
put
the
up a
third ball.
challenge.
Let's see if again disagrees. Pius responds, but it's straight to point. Oh, misfield.
It's a misfield.
The fielders need to. They
They're
need to-
being very reckless.
Yeah, they are.
Just like
there are a few
the
fielding positions that that require a bit more agility on the pitch, and usually they are reserved for the quickest, most agile fielders.
yeah, sure. That all down to the coach and the captain.
This
You know who to put where
Yeah,
and when.
Short fielded back to the bowler. Bagaga disagrees.
He looks frustrated.
Bagaga disagrees. Bagaga disagrees. So he has picked 2 dot balls. 2 dot balls. And I would say Pius is also comfortable because he has 5 off the over. Actually 6. Yes. Bowling from Bagaga. I like the way he has adjusted his lines. Yeah. Pius is actually picking it up well. So he's not allowing him get under the ball. Wouldn't you say, Marvin? Joseph, what do you think?
But me, I would side with Pius. He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
On any given day, he knows how to shift gears.
Yes, bowling Bagaga.
He knows how to shift gears, what to do when.
Yeah.
So for him, he's slightly above in
I believe
development.
you watched the Mwiri Gingeses game, Cricket Week.
Yes, I did.
How was it? Pius was taking on the Mwiri team,
The semi-final?
semi-final.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually, if you don't have character like I think Bagaga showed some character. Yeah, because a player like Pius who takes on your first ball for a boundary, yeah, could actually spoil the whole over for you. Yeah, but he adjusted well. He went full, and I don't know whether that message comes from his captain or the coach, but that was good. So I think as much as Pius is a beauty and the player to watch for them, yeah, I think AMAKOKOTAZI bowlers are up for the fight, are up for the challenge. Just
They're up for the challenge, but they're not backing themselves up with the fieldings.
True. Oh, crisp. That was pure timing.
Good timing,
Pure
effortless,
timing.
and he has played to the field.
Pure timing. Placement. It was clean.
This is the ball to take on.
Yeah.
And
Just
another
clear.
thing, I'll repeat it again. Regardless, it may be
So-
better to take on, but do you have the skills that take him on?
The run rate is just around 7 per over. Oh, catch well taken. Catch well taken.
Just like I said, the skills to take on.
Catch well taken. And
Solo full toss.
Ronald Magezi falls prey to Joel Evander, who lures him into a front foot drive. And he loops
And
it
the
to the
young
man
man-
in covers, short covers.
The young
What?
short man in the short covers.
He has redeemed himself. After a couple of misses at points,
Perfectly.
he has literally redeemed himself.
Managed to get 11 off 10 balls with 1 boundary.
Yeah. Next batsman walks in, he trails in. 6.9 per over is not a bad start. Not a bad start. I'm hoping to see them accelerate later in the game. Hoping to see them later accelerate in the game. I can see a couple of youngsters who look like they can't wait to be part of this arrangement. Is that a good sign? They really look like they can't wait for the opportunity.
I would just commend the efforts from the development team and partners.
Yeah.
We've done really so much. We didn't have too much of this playing talent in Ginger. We always just used to collect ourselves to come and play.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'd even field for another side, you bat for another side.
Joel continues.
Guess that will be a no ball.
And that is a no ball. Above the waist. Waiting for the umpire's call, and the umpire calls a no ball. Oh dear. Oh dear, you don't want that after a good over. He was actually on top, and now he gives a new ball.
Free hit to a wrong person.
It's a chance for Pius to actually let loose. Yeah. Oh yeah. He swings so hard.
Game awareness.
And then he takes only. He didn't take a thing from that. He could not
Wicket
take a
is
thing
still
for
slow.
that. Yeah.
So adjustment is key.
Whoa, down the leg, and then they take one. Oh, good backup. Good backup. Good backup. Often at times that gets the batsman running to the non-striker's end because you don't expect them to throw the ball to your end. So
communication will come in because basically
swing and miss.
Someone who is running the other side.
Fighting back.
Someone will tell you, Ewo. Ewo. Because guy literally knows they are throwing at your end.
Oh. He again misses that. Oh, given by the umpire.
Was that out?
Given the umpire, it.
I'm no better position to tell that.
It comes back, I think, to the line. It comes back to the line. Because the umpire actually has the better view of it. And I like that as much as the players may disagree, they don't show their disgruntlement to the umpire. It's a good show of discipline. Yeah, discipline. And cricket, it's majorly the discipline that actually counts. When you're disciplined, you're easier to teach. More people would want to help, and you definitely learn more cricket much easier.
When you're disciplined.
Yeah, when you're disciplined. Disciplined. Usually, indisciplined players face a lot of criticism, and as much as they may not confess, this pushes you in a corner where you can't approach anyone for advice, and you receive more of negative reinforcement than positive reinforcement. When you're disciplined, it's easier for someone to come and say, hey, Joseph, this and this, Marvin, this and this. Yeah? Yeah. And I like that the batsman just walked. Yeah? I like that he just walked. He will probably complain to his coach or captain, but at least he didn't show it to the umpires. Or maybe you could just wait and file a report later, but at this level, that is disciplined. Joseph, would you just walk off?
Definitely. I always just walk off.
Another one. A full toss.
He's playing instructions.
A full toss. Would you say he's playing around pass?
Exactly. Pass must have told him.
They should play around him. He should face most of the balls.
This is a challenge now to pass. How is he going to execute?
He's actually carrying the whole team.
Yes, he needs to think now that wickets are falling one end.
So 20.
How is he going to hold? He needs to face
26
more.
runs after 4 overs. The projected score is 65 runs. Do you think they can beat that?
Maybe even less.
They may score less. They've just lost 2 wickets. They have 36 balls to play with.
Such development teams always have 2-3 people who are always up front. who know how to play around the squad and know
So we have
how to play
another
according to
bowler,
the plan.
There has been a change in bowling. Iglu is
Iglu,
coming.
very experienced bowler. Very
Yeah.
experienced.
He's one of the most experienced in the tournament.
Exactly.
Most experienced in the tournament. I have actually seen him bowl in the nets a few
I'm
times.
liking their bowling changes. They are
I've seen him bowl a few times, and
he bowls that perfect in. It's that the perfect in swing that comes in late. Swings a little
he's
bit late.
quite consistent. He is consistent. The times I've seen him bowl in the nets. So I'm actually excited to actually see him also bowl on the pitch here.
And up against.
I hope he has better control. Most of the boundary fielders are a couple of yards off the boundary because the fielders, whoa, bounce and pace. He's getting bounce and pace. So most of the boundary fielders, like we said, are off the boundary for a couple of yards. I think because of the slow outfield. Yeah.
It's outfield.
Yeah.
It's a huge ground right now. The boundaries being pushed out so much.
Top
Chance.
edge. Good fielding down there. And he throws it back. Good fielding. Iglu is getting bounce. And with his pace.
So with his level, that's why I said Pius needs to think a lot. He doesn't need to make any of his players face more because literally they won't handle. I don't think they can hold.
Right now at the moment Pius is on
If you
with
give them
Ambayo.
chance, you're exposing them.
Ambayo is more of a touch player. Yeah. He won't hit it hard. He will just want to tap and run. I think he's the best partner for Pius right now.
Yes, but
Given that he can always put Pius on strike.
and there is always pressure
Yeah.
when the overs are too limited, and now it's a 10-over game. It has too much pressure because remember you're playing 60 balls, and with those 60 balls, you need to capitalize. So capitalize, you don't need to slow down. Actually, it should be a gradual process. You just need to keep accelerating all through.
Yeah.
There will be no need of stabilizing. It's okay to quality.
Iglu running in for the third ball. Oh yes.
There should be a chance.
Hind leg slightly above height. Height would be. But he gets the one and is off strike. And as his captain wished, he's back on strike. Who is the bowler to watch? Bagaga he has already bowled 2 overs. He has already put in 2 overs. We've seen Evander, who looked like he was trying to lure them into offering explosive shots, but they didn't use them. And now we have Iglu. Oh yes,
Well
good
done.
keeping.
Good stop, keeper.
Good keeping by the wicket keeper. Good keeping. There's a lot of body and soul going on here. I'm also behind the stump.
Yeah.
What differences are you seeing between the batting team now and the team that batted first? Butu.
Butu was in a rush, though they managed to get away with it.
Yeah, it feels like they really took their singles. They ran well between
They
the
were running
wickets.
hard.
They were running hard. Oh yes. Oh yes.
You know, it's an exam of skills. Who has skills to survive and who has skills to score?
Pius is striking below 100. He's striking at 84. He has 11 runs off 13 balls.
He hasn't had much time to face.
Oh yeah. Oh dear. An overthrow by the wicketkeeper, and then they pick 3 off that. They pick 3 off that. Miscommunication, frustration from both the wicketkeeper and the fielders for that overthrow.
I believe
It was completely unnecessary.
the bowler to watch here is.
It was very unnecessary.
It's called Jonathan.
Change of pads. I never believe in those things.
A change of pads.
By the time I leave, I cross over to that rope. I always make sure I'm comfortable. Whatever I go with, I never change.
Did you notice MS Dhoni playing with? There's actually been a lot going on the internet about Indian players playing in their old pads with the new kit.
Yeah.
MS Dhoni always wore his old pads, even when there was a new
Pale
kit.
blue pads.
Yeah, his pale blue pads with 2 straps. Yeah.
It's about comfort.
I also remember a couple of players who
Unless
have,
you're buying time.
yeah. It is actually a trick. It's actually a trick.
He's doing it the Davis way.
It's actually-
Karashani way. He's always good at that. He buys enough time. He resets himself.
So Joseph, what do you have to say about the theme that this tournament is being played under? How do you feel about teenage pregnancy? What unsettles you about teenage pregnancy? Do you think there are more themes that that you'd like BATBALL to address in such a way? Would you, for example,
There will be many.
Mm.
There will be many. I would love to have kids off the street
yeah,
to come and play the sport
come and play this sport.
because they have too much talent within them, and they always have nothing to do. They always want to take opportunities with both hands whenever it comes across
And the
them.
number of street kids in Ginger is actually increasing.
Yes,
Yeah,
they would take all opportunities.
At around 8, from around 8 p.m., you'll be seeing bowler. You'll be seeing street kids.
Yes, that would be my take. Just in case there's another
8
edition.
p.m. every day in
Yes.
Ginger Town.
There's another edition. I would suggest the theme.
Could also the increasing number of street children be as a result of teenage pregnancies?
Exactly.
Young mothers who can't take care of these children.
And that's the birth of street kids.
So we commend BATBALL for this. We commend BATBALL for choosing a theme that is actually humanitarian. That is not really about. It's not. We are trying to mix the fun and
Development in it. And then a community
Oh.
service.
he offers. There is quite a good bowling attack for
Just-
AMAKOKOTAZI.
Bowling in the right channels.
I think Marvin is now unsettled. Amakubi has to grind for the run. To grind for the run. So that is 31 for 2 after 5.1 overs. Jonathan Niro bowling from maximum height.
Like I said, the
And
60 is going to
digging
be a
in.
hassle.
Whoa.
Like I told
That
you,
is
Wide.
space.
to watch. That's the bowler to
That's
watch.
the bowler to watch. Jonathan Niro.
Jonathan, yes.
Wow.
He's really good. He has the pace, he has the bounce, he has the spot.
True. And he's offering a challenge to actually, so far, to Ronnie Ambayo. Ronnie has to work. He has to watch.
Is that Pius or Luca batting? It's
Oh, to
Pius.
Pius,
It's Pius on strike. Like I told you, this is a derby.
He has bowled 2 balls outside the off stump. You would say he's swinging it out. If there's any swing, do you want to make any changes?
Actually, he has
Would you
two
want to
swings.
make
He
any
brings
changes
it
to
in
the
and
field?
out
Are you okay with the field set? Would
with a
you-
field set.
Yes.
Yes, I'm okay with a field set. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I would think his pace.
Wow.
He's getting pace,
Wow.
movement, and bounce. Brilliant.
It's a
bowler.
battle for the under 19s now.
Oh yeah. Definitely a good pick. He's about. He's tall.
He's got the height.
He has the height. He's running well.
He's running well.
He's running well. And there are a couple of coaches that can help him around Uganda. Oh yes.
Wow.
Oh yes. Even Pius himself knows I shouldn't be touching this one. I shouldn't be touching this one.
Wow.
4 balls into the over, and Pius has only picked 1 run, which was a wide.
Do you know when you're bowling, always I would bring it to myself when I'm bowling and a batsman blocks my ball with confidence, with
It sends a message.
sense of it, I'm like, wow.
Yes, another one.
Another one.
Another dot ball. Oh,
it's a
dear,
wide
it's a
ball.
wide. Umpire calls a wide. Look at this. I like the energies. I like how he's running in. You get. I think this is a bowler to watch.
This is a bowler to
Masinde. Yeah. A good bowler to watch.
You know, with the way he's bowling, with such a short version games, you may not pick the wickets, but you know, with such games, dot balls count more.
So,
So I believe he'll have very many dot balls in this tournament. Wow.
good. The energy is there. He's pushing himself. Eh?
Yes,
He's actually
he
pushing
is.
himself. Who? Do you know his coach?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, who's the coach?
It's Bib Mugarula.
Habib Mugabe.
Yes.
He's in the right hands.
Right hand.
I'll say he's in the right hands. He's in the right hands. The right hands.
Actually, he brings it in and out. During school's week, he was.
And Pass doing that just so he can keep the strike on the other end in a hope to score for his team. It's now Nero finishes his over. He has only conceded 3 runs. And Pius moves to 12 runs off 19 balls. It's now 34 for 2 after 6 overs.
Score is 34 for 2 after 6 overs.
Well, I believe Pius is frustrated. He's frustrated. He's not connecting the ball.
I guess Team AMAKUBI has to step on the gas so as to get a defendable score. However, AMAKOKOTAZI are bowling very well, pretty well. Good bowling there from Nino Jonathan.
He bowled well. And the senior players on the pitch are actually setting tighter fields right now. I can see a short third man. I see a backward point. I see a point. I see a cover, and it seems like they're adding another cover.
I believe we're about to see some fireworks.
It's the time now.
It's the time.
It's that time of the game. So they have pushed an extra cover, and then they have a short cover, and a long off shot pulled for 4 runs.
4 runs.
The leg.
Like I said,
It's now time.
it's now the time.
Pulled on the leg side for 4 runs. Pulled behind square. That's a good place to hit. More so when the bowlers. I think the bowler just didn't bowl to his.
Ball it short.
Yeah,
It
and
was
it wasn't
short
good.
and down the leg, so
And for an off spinner,
supposed to bring him full.
you should be
Bring him
getting
on the front
on the
foot.
front foot because you've actually set an extra cover and some on that side, and a long off. Let's see how he responds to that. The senior players are actually doing their job. You notice there is effort. Eh? There is effort. There is that push they're trying to give everyone. Helping the captain adjust the field set, helping him with everything. There's a lot of support going into the captain. Yeah.
Shot. Yeah.
Shot.
Is it a catch?
Oh,
Dropped.
at long
Dropped.
off, long on. Dropped.
You know, there are people who sky
And
balls
Pius
and you
Oloka
shouldn't.
lives today another day. Pius Oloka lives today another day. However, he has actually made up his mind to accelerate, and he doesn't seem like he's going to turn it down. He doesn't seem like he's going to change his mind.
He's not going to change
He's
his
so committed
approach.
to it.
That's the approach right now.
He's calm. He's really calm.
Shot.
Again, belted straight down the wicket. Fielded. Good fielding.
Oh,
Handed in off target, and they pick 2. Pius picks 2 of that. I think this is the moment he was waiting for. He now moves to 17 off 21, still striking below 100.
Pius has stepped on the gas. What a bowling.
Bowling, it's a good response, and Pius, he hopes to retain strike. He picks another one.
2 runs there.
There are a couple of misfields that are going on. Could it be pressure?
It's basically, I'll bring it to game awareness. You know, if you're not aware of what you're doing, it always results into pressure. Yeah. You know, I've run a single, just need to do an underarm back to the bowler to prevent an overthrow. Oh,
Onto the back pad. Onto the back pad. Umpire still retains strike. He retains strike.
over is down.
That's an over down.
Allow me to take this opportunity to recognize the presence of Mr. Ongong, the Ginger Deputy Teacher Administration.
So we have Nero coming in to bowl his second over. He had a brilliant one before, and he's still facing off with Pius. Let's see if Pius makes some adjustment, because it's the last 3 overs of the game, and they only have 45 for 2. What adjustment should Pius make?
Well, I believe we'll just watch the ball.
This boy is running. He's getting bounce. He's getting movement.
Yes.
He has beaten Pius.
You know what I think is that Pius is not standing into the line of the ball. He's standing far out from the ball. As you can see, Jonathan is bowling wide line, and Pius is swinging through. I believe if Pius stands into the line of the ball, he would cut that ball right down the boundary.
Let's see. Shot. He has offered. Let's see if he. Oh dear! Dropped again. Pius lives again.
Wow.
He lives to die another day. 2 lives. Apparently, every team has a cut. More than 2 lives.
Basically,
Initially, the other one had about 5 lives.
Eric
Had
Mukisa.
about 5 lives. And now Pius lives.
is the second
Second
life.
time is being dropped. There are more and more coaches coming in to spot talent, to spot who they can help, who they can improve. Oh, he offers again. And he is it. You all should be here. Everyone should be here. Was that a slower bouncer? Or the wicket is just slow?
No, the bowler just used some brain.
He's talking to the right person. We've been joined by Yusuf Nanga. What do you say? What would you say about that ball?
It was a very short ball that deserved punishment. However, the bowler used some brains, gave him a slow bouncer. And yeah,
I would say the bowler is talking to the right person. I would say he's having the right coaches around him. He's having the right captain. He seems like he knows what he's doing.
yeah, I feel Uganda has talent. This boy is steaming in so quick. And yeah, I think Coach Sanders is somewhere watching.
Yeah, he should be watching this.
And yeah, I think this boy will make one of the greatest players for Uganda if they take if 100 right. Like the coach himself, the 19 coach is a quick bowler. I won't say former quick bowler, but he's a quick bowler, Emmanuel Isanez. And yeah, the recommendations will go through that there's talent in Ginger.
There is talent in Ginger. You're right. So that's it from Yusuf, another seasoned coach. He has experience winning.
Currently, coach
Yes.
under 19 girls team.
Yeah, and he has been paired with a lot of teams, a lot of successful teams. There's just that habit of him making sense of where you don't see sense. Yeah, you've had a saying You know how even if someone wrote gibberish or spoke Gujarati in Uganda, yeah, Coach Yusuf would in some way make sense out of it. And he has been here exclaiming at this boy's pace. He has bowled well. He has hit the right lines. He has beaten Pius. I think he's the right man to face to bowl to Pius.
To bowl to Pius,
Yeah,
yes.
I think other bowlers can also replicate that. You know, sometimes it may not be your strength, but when it is working for someone, maybe it is what is working on that day.
You know, for someone to bowl like that doesn't come overnight.
Yeah.
I believe he puts in a lot of hard work. You know, the push-ups, the sit-ups to get the energies in the shoulders to be able to push that ball. Because the way the wicket was playing, I wouldn't expect a pace like that to come from a young man like him.
Yeah.
By the way he's steaming in, wow.
He's changing the narrative. It's no longer a slow wicket.
It's no longer a slow wicket. No longer a slow wicket.
It's no longer a slow wicket. I think the bowlers have done well so far. The bowlers have done well so far. The batting team is still being restrained, just below 50. Yeah, 49 for 2 after 8 overs, and Igulu is back. Another bowler. Oh dear.
Oh.
Back to the first bowler. He looks like he has injured his back. He looks like he has a niggle in his back. I think the physio should check on Igulu. That jump in a bid to catch that ball looks like it could have injured him. He doesn't seem comfortable.
He's not. No.
Not comfortable. He has a niggle somewhere, right? I hope it's nothing serious because he's actually one of the bowlers to watch in this team. This team has plenty of bowlers, plenty of bowling options, and there are beautiful bowling changes that have gone on today. Oh dear.
Wide
He
ball.
puts the next one down the leg.
Did you see
Well
that?
kept,
Did you
yes.
see the batsman?
Yeah.
He was out of the crease.
He was.
He was
So-
out of the crease.
All teams are smart. And like we said earlier, good events like this are a reflection of the hard work that has been put in. You don't see something this good and then, oh dear, and then,
Run
oh,
out. Chance for run out.
they pick 3 off that, right? They pick 3 runs off that. Good bowling means someone has put in the work. A good event like this, a colorful event like this, usually means there's some serious organization going into this. There's someone putting a lot of time in this, and this time round it is bat ball.
Bat ball.
Bat ball.
Shot.
Oh, shot pulled through mid wicket to the opponent's tent.
Stand and deliver.
Stand and deliver. Nobody move.
Nobody
Nobody
get
get hurt.
Good shot there from Pius Oloka.
He got on top of that. He actually got on top of that, and now he moves to.
And he has stepped on the gas.
He moves to 32 of 28 of 29 balls. Sorry, 28 of 28 balls.
Shot
Another
here
one
coming.
picked up.
A chance for a catch.
Oh no, the bowler could only save 2 runs off that.
You come, the faster you go.
He could only save 2 runs off that. Pius seems to have picked his targets,
Score is 58 after 8.3 overs.
and Pius moves to
Do you
30
believe,
of 29.
Dave, do you believe the field set is right?
I think
With the way the batsman is striking the ball.
yes. No, I would.
Present with us is the
Oh
Chance
yes.
for a catch here. A chance for
Oh
a catch
yes,
here.
a good call.
Oh,
Oh, well taken by Bagaga.
Well taken by Bagaga.
Well taken by the Gaga.
AMAKOKOTAZI.
Well taken by Bagaga. He was calm. He ran directly under that. I hope other players can actually pick from that. Most of the ones that have been dropping the catches. Yeah.
You know, when you're,
He backtracked, he took his time, he judged, ran
Went
under
under
the
the
ball,
ball.
and then
you know, when you're a senior
under
player,
his eye.
when you're a senior player, you need to always lead by example. The ball is taken up, go into it, right basics, and take the catch, nice and easy. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Colin.
So,
Let me throw
I think
on Joseph.
from for the previous question,
The deck,
I think Iglu has proven to us the field was right
Ginger,
for what he wanted to ball, but the way the batsman was striking the ball and knowing the batsman's
thank you
strength,
very much. Good
you're
luck.
better off having
However, like they say,
a wide long on,
that marked the end
a mid wicket, a sweeper down that side,
Sweep it down.
and maybe a cow corner. You get? Because he's naturally going to force everything there.
Would you bring in fine leg and third man?
No, I wouldn't. Because this bowler is getting bounce. Yeah.
Oh.
And his strength. Oh, given. He picks 2 in 2 to finish his over.
Wow.
one brings two.
Well fought, Igulu.
The batter doesn't waste any time on the wickets for the scorers to put some ink in the scorebook.
9th over down.
It's called the Golden Duck, 0 of 1.
He had nothing to do about that one. Eagle is bowling from right up, and it's hard to judge. It's always hard for the eye to judge if a ball is coming from that high up. I've noticed something about these bowlers. Not many actually collapse on delivery. They're all bowling from high up there. So I would say they're talking to the right person. I would say they are getting the right mentorship from wherever they are getting it. Of course, Coach Habib Mugarula is a brilliant mind to associate with. And I hope they're actually able to appreciate that. You know, the earlier you see it, the more you're able to milk out of these coaches. The more you're able to get out of these coaches before your time expires with them.
True.
Because if you don't learn something at this level, if you don't learn the basics at this level, you're prone to things like injuries, and you may not necessarily play longer because very few orthodox players actually make it.
True.
Yeah,
You know
very
what
few
I've
actually
seen
make it.
from the pace bowlers, they are trying to hit the deck. You know, they run up, they're having a smooth run up. You know, they're getting the bounce, they're hitting right areas. Yeah, I believe this comes back to the coaches. Yeah, it's a good job, and let's continue. Let's carry on with what we are doing. Yeah.
So I was talking to the chief operations the other day, and he was telling me about their plan. He says it's more of a roadmap, you'd say, to try and get these kids or these youngsters to handle the big stage when they get there. Because often at times we get to these levels either too soon, not in terms of the game, but mentally. You've only played cricket for a couple of years, and then you're making it to the national team, you're making it to the under-19, and you don't know how to conduct yourself well there. You're not ready for it.
Not ready for it.
Yeah, mentally you're not ready for it. So this is where most talents actually fade, not because the person can't play the cricket, but it's because of the life outside cricket. The game is affecting your life outside cricket. Let's say you play cricket for 2 years, you make it into a big league, aged through, and were retrieved.
2 runs there.
Yes. Yeah, you make it to the big leagues, and that excitement gets on top of you, and you can no longer practice well. You can no longer, you lose the real you because you've gotten there too soon. So this whole arrangement is to offer that kind of confidence, that kind of guidance in these youngsters, that by the time they make it there, you're not half baked. Yeah, it's something that you've seen yourself working towards. You've seen yourself working from under 17 to maybe under 19. You worked from such a tournament. You want to play somewhere in Division 3, Division 2. Then when you make it Division 1 and you're selected for national team, you're at least ready for it.
True.
Yeah. Or at least you know how the system works. So, personally, I was impressed with that. Yeah, I was impressed that,
Run out there.
Short, a chance for run out,
Oh,
and missed
missed.
run out. Another set of bails before the ball arrives. The hard to pick lesson today.
In about grooming a talent, I basically would call for following up players. Players going to high school.
Meanwhile, Captain
They play schools
Mpungu
cricket week.
and Captain Butu get ready for the toss.
They play schools cricket week. Then after cricket week, where do these kids go?
Captain
Yeah.
Butu
After cricket, where do these
and
kids go?
Captain Mpungu.
You may find that those ones without the passion of the
After
game
these innings, you'll get to walk
stop playing the game.
in
Yeah.
for the toss.
Those ones without the passion of the game, but those few that are passionate about the game, you may find them around the circles of cricket, and yeah. But we need to carry on with this program, bring kids around here. All the parents listening out there, bring your
And
children into cricket.
That is it. First inning is done. Yeah, the first inning is done, and the target is 64. AMAKOKOTAZI will be needing 64 in the same set of overs. It's now time to party with BATBALL. So Marvin, back to you.
Yes, Dave.
Yeah, the grooming requires follow up,
Yes,
which
it
is
requires follow up.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is
I'll bring it back to us, our generation. Yeah.
yeah.
We're very many cricketers, but right now there are few of us still in the game. Why?
Yeah, true.
What happened to the others? Yet they are very, very, very talented. Yeah. They are not followed up. After schools week, every student goes wherever I've gone. They're done with high school. Yeah. Pardon? You can't drink beer.
Yeah, people are not followed up. People often lose track when not followed up, more so youngsters, because a tournament like this makes you believe there is something in it. Yeah, there's something in cricket for you. There is, yeah, and Uganda being an associate country, most of our parents, most of our guardians don't really. Not many are committed to supporting sportsmen. Yeah, it's some people come from typical African homes, typical Ugandan homes where your books come first, and which is not bad because people need an education, but also it's our responsibility to keep ensuring that someone has a life outside books. Someone has a life outside being an African child.
That's true,
And
but
this is good for them.
But now that BATBALL's come into place, I
Yeah.
believe the follow-up will be there.
And
The
that's what
grooming of the
exciting
talent.
about it, eh?
Yeah.
Because for them they have a model that actually has follow up incorporated in it. Because now here they come, they assess, they give you this chance to play, and then they are generating a database. Yeah. So you have this thing that is growing. In 2018 you played this, in 2022 you played this.
Played that.
Yeah. So eventually they don't look for your name. You get you can actually be selected from anywhere.
True.
For example, this is a good pool for under 19 selectors, for under 17, for any team selection.
Even under 15.
Under 15. In addition to the cricket week. In addition to the cricket week. With respect to that, with respect to that model, I think more of these tournaments. I pray and hope Busoga welcomes this because it's good for them. it's actually good for them. And unlike maybe Central region, there's still a lot more land in the east to set up more
in the
cricket
east.
ovals. Yeah,
And I believe for us to have large numbers, I would suggest we have such tournaments during school days. I don't know how it would be, but having such a tournament when the students are around, they're watching. Those ones who get in, they get motivated. They will join the game. They will
and the fact that they're just 2 day tournaments but intense
just weekend.
tournaments
Say
and
two
intense.
weekend go through weekend. And have a
True.
tournament like this. Well, we shall get the numbers.
So I guess we only have BATBALL management to thank because they are so open to partnerships. They are so open to letting youngsters play and party with them. Play and party with them. Like we say, work without play.
Next, Marvin a dull boy. Makes Jack a dull boy, not Marvin.
So welcome back to Ginger Cricket Oval. It is the second edition of the first of the NILE edition. You get, but the second.
The second one.
Yeah, the second edition. So it's called the NILE edition.
Edition.
NILE edition here at Ginger SS Cricket Oval. A lot of brains have gone into this. A lot of commitment has gone into this. A lot of focused people are behind this work here. Yeah. I can see former opening ball of the national team, Charles Wise. He's enjoying the view. I think he's also impressed with the pace bowling he has seen.
I believe he's
Impressed with the pace bowling he has seen. However, I commend the publicity, of BATBALL. This tournament is reaching miles.
Miles,
Yeah, it's reaching far.
I'll say it's worldwide. Yeah.
You can
Everyone
catch
who
us
is out
live
there,
on BATBALL
BATBALL
TV, and you can follow the live scores on Creek Clubs. On Creek Clubs, their live scores. So those who haven't been able to make it can still catch the games on those two models. So AMAKUBI is here to defend their score.
64 runs.
64 runs needed of 60 balls.
I told you.
A close one.
What would be your approach? Oh, Biarhanga, we know your approach. What would be your approach, Marvin? Kidding, Joseph. What would be your approach?
It's a test of skills now. I'll emphasize skills more because generally, since this is a roadmap to playing the bigger stage, preparing kids to play the bigger stage, they need to dwell more on skills. So this is a run a ball. It's a game of a run a ball. So I need to know what instructions they've gotten from the coaches. Actually, that's more important. What instructions do they have? And then, do they have the skills? Because I'm emphasizing skills. Do they have the skills to execute plans set by the coaches? So this is a run a ball. It's a game of a run a ball. 60 balls. Averagely, that's a run a ball. So, but what instructions do they have? Do they stick to instructions? Or they'll play to their own instructions, or their own feel, or their own ego? Because as age mates, I think there is a lot of ego they go through. There's a lot of trying to prove a point, showcasing their own intentions.
Actually, I believe AMAKOKOTAZI have the coach. I believe he has briefed them on what they need to do, how many runs they need per over. Yes, Habs is their coach. I believe it's just all about execution there. But as most of the times, when you cross the rope and go, it's you and your bat. Yeah.
Only the instructions.
So Pius Oloka is opening the bowling here.
He's actually bowling to Bagaga.
Pius Oloka steaming in from the Kampala Road end. First delivery comes. Oh.
So Hassan Bagaga and Nero are opening the batting. Hassan Bagaga facing the first ball. that will come from Pius Soloka. The team has made a change. For them, they are opting to open from the Nalfenya end with pace, as opposed to the other teams that are opening from the Lubago Road end with a short ball, a half tracker over his head. And umpire awards are wide. I think he's looking for those spots that will come off. He faced it and he's trying to replicate it. Give them a share.
Back then he used to have a spot around there who could pitch up the ball and get to that bounce. Like.
And then one time when Biaruhanga was bowling from that end, the spot was so close to his foot, but he still hit it. Oh yes, good play. A good ball coming into the batsman. Pass has to. Seems like it's the heart of this team.
Pius.
Yes.
Pius is the heart of the team.
Often, I hope they are.
Oh,
yes.
What a ball!
It's a good fight.
What a ball!
Any sort of fishing and you're gone.
What a ball!
Any sort of fishing and you're gone. The attitude is right, given the score they've set. Yeah, the attitude is right, given the score they've set. However, there are a few players that are slackening, and there's a lot just behind square.
The way he says it's 2 games, the 2 innings. If we can set a 60, that means they can also do what?
And then there's also that saying that for them they set a 60 because they batted poorly.
I've never heard of that one.
Scored a 50 because they batted poorly. Yes. It may not be the case for you. You've seen how England is batting? The T20 approach?
Yes, I have.
They're very energetic. You can actually score and then they'll chase it down in the power play. Yeah. So let's see. Yes, Bagaga trying to get himself behind the ball. And he's not trying to take so many risks. He's just trying to nudge it around. Maybe just get off the mark the safe way. He had a good outing with the ball.
Yes, he
I
did.
hope he has a good one. He must be a happy captain right now. Yeah, he just
not
doesn't
yet,
feel
not
like he has a right to smile ear to ear yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, maybe hopefully after this he will. Pius is meaning business today. They only have one so far, one run on board so far, and it was an extra. Today it's a bright afternoon. The sky is clear.
Wicket is dry. Ball is coming off now. You can do anything you wish.
You've seen it play a couple times, so you know what it will do. He's out of his crease, and then yes, he leans into it, offers a drive. Good adjustment. It's an over. 6 dot balls and just 1 extra.
The patience the batsmen have is literally on point.
Yes.
I hope they stick to instructions, because I know right now Coach Mugara's instructions always never change. They're always the same.
We've seen a couple of pace bowlers who actually dub as batsmen. What do you think contributes to this generation of many all-rounders?
It's the level of cricket and the competition that is on.
Would you rather have a specialist batsman or one that has a touch of both?
I would prefer someone who is a specialist in whatever he does.
And why is that?
It creates a difference.
Yeah. I feel like I like having a specialist batsman. He knows that is his job. Yeah? And let's see how Nero executes. Wide. Right.
They are casually running between the wickets.
That first run is not quick. So I feel like having a specialist batsman, I'd love to agree with you. Because there's that thing, that notion that keeps running in your brain that, you know what, it's my job to score difference. And your concentration is at par. You know, the only cricket I have to play is actually bat. At least when my turn comes, I have to deliver.
It creates plenty of responsibility.
And also during practice, you have more time to work on your craft. Bagaga facing. Oh yes. Off the middle, but well fielded.
It's a full face of the bat.
Full face of the bat, straight elbows.
Then you'll just know Coach Mugi's available. Literally, I think he must have told you know, it's very, very key and tough when it comes to instructions. He always wants his instructions to be put into action. So you come out knowing you
So we had
go against them, there is always a repercussion for that.
Oh yes, Bagaga. On to it, on top of the ball. He tries to play it under his eye. You need the board moving. You need the board moving.
There is no worry. It's a run a ball again.
You need the board moving. It gets funny. It gets tricky when they cross. When you play half the inning. Yeah, or beyond 5 overs. It now starts to feel different. A good run there between the wickets. Good running between the wickets.
It's about your patience and application.
Yes.
They are not all at the same level. So trust me, midway, every team has those 3, 4. Each team has only 2 good bowlers, 2 or 3. So and they have to use 5 bowlers. So you know, 5 bowlers bowling 2. So you know, mid there you have
seem to have an army of bowlers.
Yeah.
They were very easy choices for the captain. Yeah. Except for Evander, the spinner. Yeah, I think if. Oh.
You know, he knew the spinner wasn't bowling on the spot. That's why he brought him early.
Early, yeah? So it was a tactic. It was a tactic. Okay.
Yeah, those bowlers who frustrate you. They're bowling
So far we've seen both. We've seen all the 4 teams that are in this tournament play. There are 4 teams, 9 games. This is game 2, and 2 days of cricket.
yes.
So, for the little we've seen, are you able to tell which team has the best tactician, which team has... Oh yes, no. Good call there. 2 balls to go to end that over. The bowler is also spot on.
Both teams have what they are doing.
Yeah, the bowler is also spot on. He's disciplined. I would say he's rather disciplined. So which team would you say has the best tactician right now?
All teams, both of them, all the teams here, there is always that one thing they are doing right. Just one thing they are doing right.
What would you say AMAKUBI did right?
AMAKUBI, their bowling changes were on point.
Yeah. With the bat, what did they do right?
With the bat, their application. Actually, they were not in a rush. Not anywhere in a rush.
Yeah, Pius wasn't in a rush. Even when wickets were falling on the other end, he still felt like I'll accelerate later.
Which he did later on. 3, 4
However,
boundaries in this short format, he changes any inning.
Yeah, because he only managed to score. He only managed to score 32 off 31. So eventually he managed to score above 100. A strike rate of above 100.
And that was a running ball.
Yes.
That is
and
patience.
also to note, the amount of extras reduced.
Because at least that means he faced half
He faced
of
half
the innings game.
Yeah. And that is, I think that's the captain taking.
That's what he was meant to do.
Yeah.
So he faced half and scored 30. If there were 2 passes on that team, 30, so that would be 60. So you know the team's contribution. So he's half the team.
True. There were 8 extras.
That is decent.
Decent compared to the first game we watched, which had
Yes, that was decent enough.
19 overs, 19
From
extras.
the likes of the Mpungu who bowled close to 19 extras.
19 extras. That's 3 overs. Yeah? That is 3 overs. Okay, now.
AMAKOKOTAZI require 57 runs from 8 overs.
So 49 balls, 57 runs.
Still within the range.
57 runs. You're still within. Yeah.
Still within the range.
Yeah. Run a ball, that extra will come, that loose ball will come that you can knock for boundary. When it comes, Thank you. Otherwise, you can still roll at a runner ball. Would I
Yes,
think
it
so?
may even come and you fail to score fit. Like this is development.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm emphasizing more on skills.
Mm.
My emphasis is much more on skills. It's development. Anything can happen. Even a free toss can. One can fail to score fit. Half volleys, they are failing to score off. Very many half volleys. Reason being
Joseph.
their footwork,
Yeah.
their movement, they're always intact. They are not using their crease properly.
Oh, down the leg and buys. 2 so far. 3 buys. 3 buys. The wicketkeeper was making a couple of adjustments after conceding that buy. He wanted to come up the stumps. Oh, yes. I think it would have been a good move. His adjustment was right.
I like the
Because-
attempt.
Yeah, because. Oh, the shot.
Exactly. It's down.
I'm yet to see you not acknowledging an explosive shot as an offer. I'm yet to see you.
Not at the moment. Like I told you, the average is the development side. Not every ball is going to be right on point.
So now they've equaled the extras that were bowled earlier. So now 8 extras already also from this one. The teams that are running in between the wickets are actually
It's
finding it easier out there
to score runs of
to score runs. And when you think of the overs being 10, you might be tempted at this level more. So you might be tempted to want to try and go big too soon. Yeah. Yet you can easily keep getting that 1, 2, 3. You get, and the pressure goes back. Because when you can score a single off someone 3, 4 times and over, yeah, you will actually get into the game with your confidence still at par. However, if it beats the edge of your bat a couple of times, it communicates something. Either you're doing something wrong or you're doing something right. And it may send you in a shell. Yeah, peer pressure near as a batsman. So, as much as the bowler is bowling extras, I would think these batsmen are running well and they should keep doing that. I don't think they should have any pressure. And Bagaga seems calm. It seems like he knows these runs will come. Another wide. How many have we seen so far?
4.
4 wide. I think I should close the chapter on extras and let the coaches take the notes. The pitch is also rather quiet.
Do you believe it's sort of a run-up? Or
No, I don't think. It looks more like a collapsing wrist. Yeah? Looks more like a collapsing wrist. I've not seen him shuffle. Have you seen him shuffle?
No.
I've not seen him shuffle. Yeah, it may be a collapsing wrist or just another one. He gets away with that one. A good recovery. But some of us also came down that path. Yeah, I remember bowling very many extras, but the support you have around you always counts.
Things I hated bowling.
Or
Because you know where you began this game from and at what age. Thank you very much, Collins. I humbly recognize the arrival of Mr. Emmanuel Tibaje, a former teacher of Ginger Senior Secondary School and a sports teacher in charge of cricket. We used to call him the World Cup coach because in his presence at Ginger said
been an offer. In fact, gone for 2. So basically, this over, they've recovered. Squad of it. Close to 8 runs. What a shot. What a shot. Skills are slightly average.
17 for no loss.
I haven't seen someone who has played that back foot punch.
2.4
It's
overs.
been sweet.
A nice one.
AMAKOKOTAZI require
Caressed
47
back
runs.
past the bowler
7.2 overs.
and retrieved by the long on who ran into cover.
It's a strange fielding position. Strange field setup here. Everyone in the circle.
Actually, when Bagaga comes on strike, that's when everyone is getting into the circle. Then when Jonathan is on strike,
It's open.
it's open. Yeah.
Score is 18 for no loss after 3 overs. About marks the end of the power play. AMAKOKOTAZI require 46 runs from 7 overs. AMAKOKOTAZI are moving at a run rate of 6 per over.
So there are about 9 million adolescents, girls in
Implying that
Uganda.
they managed to get a run.
Yeah, there are about 9 million of them.
Delivery.
And there is a plague of teenage pregnancies, HIV, and other regions that have female genital mutilation. And UNICEF has set campaigns against this, yeah, a number of them. And for teenage pregnancies, I'm happy to see BATBALL cricket also being a part of this fight. The largest number of teenage pregnancies is actually in Uganda. Yeah,
According to the latest release,
yes.
it's been rampant in Busoga region.
So it contributes about 30 to 40% of all teenage pregnancies all through Uganda.
Yes.
And that's a lot of people. Yeah? That's a lot of people. And you know, these teenage pregnancies usually come along with HIV because it's actually adult people abusing either young ones. They're actually a cover up for things like defilements, rape. Yeah, because these children actually have little knowledge. Early marriages, and all this will eventually contribute to the burden in the future. Yeah, the burden in the future. The repercussions of teenage pregnancies are immense. Yeah, sometimes some of them are actually unmeasurable. Yeah. So seeing cricketers, seeing organizations like BATBALL standing with
Gabula Royal Foundation, partner with the Tenji Styles, and Uganda Cricket.
Yeah, the fight against teenage pregnancy, seeing such organizations standing up, it gives me honor. It gives me joy to know that I'm part of a project somewhere. I'm part of cricket, and cricketers have actually done this.
I'm just happy for local partners coming in.
Yeah, Tenji Styles,
Gabula Foundation.
Yeah.
Then Busoga. Soga News. All those are local partners, media groups here. Then
So yet again, the sun is up. The sun is up. I'm sure. Butu would want to come and continue on a winning streak, and then
So this wicket plays magic in the afternoon.
in the afternoon.
Yesterday for spin.
It slows down. It's slow in the morning,
Another.
gets a bit
So
better
Marvin believes the wicket
in the
plays
afternoon
magic in the
as
afternoon.
as the sun sets.
There was a couple of trees here. Could they be affecting? Could they be responsible for the breeze that comes through? A shot belted through mid wicket and retrieved by the long on. Good fielding there. Good fielding there to cover his colleague at mid wicket. There are a couple of grounds that play magic. In 2017, one national team player was being interviewed, and then he said, "There is just a way the trees at Entebbe don't allow him to score runs."
Please, we are talking development. Let's not get into that. Let's stick to development.
So I can't wait
No,
for
no,
the magic in the afternoon. I can't wait for the magic in the afternoon. There's just a way the trees here don't allow me to score runs. It was funny. It was. But he could be right. So maybe. Yeah. Oh, yes. He walks out and responds to that.
Even if it were I would do the same thing. You don't just run in casually like that.
I think Nero is stepping it up. Nero is stepping it up a bit. And
The bowler is running in so casual. What a catch. Will it be out? Oh,
given out.
finally umpire's finger's gone up.
A screamer of a catch from the wicketkeeper. Good awareness, good feet movement to catch that. And the captain Bagaga succumbs to a good ball from a brilliant ball from
They should have been thinking.
Ronnie Ambayo.
I don't know, is it LBW or was caught behind? The umpire will tell us better.
16 extras have been bowled. 16 extras have been bowled so far, and AMAKOKOTAZI has 26 for 1. AMAKOKOTAZI has lost their first wicket and now require 38 runs of 37 balls.
Like I told you.
New batsman on, and he offers first ball. Awarded a wide.
It's just the offer.
Joseph always impressed by the offers.
It's just the offer.
There have been a few call-ups to the national team, a few youngsters that are being called the national team, and the coach has embraced them. Coach Mahatlin, he has embraced them. He has offered them time. He has given them a chance to showcase. Yeah, I can assure you, if the team manager, the UCA management, the national team right there can also have a chance to live stream this via BATBALL TV, right? And see some of the pace bowlers we have here, see some of the batsmen we have here, and such scouting also helps. It helps with the follow-up of these boys, as you said. Maybe one day they'll get on their feet, and then they can play sometime for the national team.
I'm sure 2 years or a year from now, we'll have some of these kids here breaking through to the under 19, the under 17, because there are plenty of development setups that have been set up, especially BATBALL is running. It's in the pipeline. BATBALL is yet to run an academy, and for that academy, there will be an under 19 is coming up. So, think 5 or 6 or 7 kids through this pipeline will make it to the big stage for that level. And I don't think it will be a waste of efforts that all this has been put in place.
Shot to point, he receives a good response, belted through point, and then retrieved well.
Did you clearly look at the hands?
I did.
Very good movement of the hands.
I did.
Very soft
Footwork,
and quick.
everything is right. I like that the captain has backed his bowler up and brought him back, even after he bowls quite a number of extras earlier. I like that he has brought him back. He believes in him. He believes he can still execute. Also, another one, back foot punch to covers.
He has impressed me.
Yes. He has plenty of shots. He actually has plenty of shots.
Been missing this kind of cricket.
He has plenty of shots. So, as of 2021, the maternal mortality rate, that's the mothers that die in
Theaters.
in theater, those pregnant mothers that die, either during delivery, during time of pregnancy, or post delivery, stood at 336 deaths per 1,000 live births. So for every 1,000 live births, for every 100,000 live births that were delivered, 340 mothers passed on, and 40% of those were between the age of 14 to 19, and that is the group BATBALL is targeting. Yeah, so you'd say that's about 100 of those mothers were actually teenagers. Yeah, 100 of them. So that's basically 1 in 1,000 mothers is a teenager, and these are the ones that are dying. 1 in every 1,000 deaths of women. You lose a teenager. You lose a future politician. Yeah, a future CEO somewhere.
You lose a sports LD,
And
actually.
this is the start of fighting teenage pregnancies. This is how it starts.
The
When people show
recent,
awareness, when children are aware, when they will go and tell their sisters about it. We actually played this tournament for you people. Yeah, and it's good to see them being backed. Yeah. Ever been of something too big that you don't know is too big? Hopefully it will make sense to some of them.
messages to put
Yeah.
across.
How best do you think we can stop these teenage pregnancies?
Marvin, that's a nice question. That's a nice question. I happen to be in the medical field, and many young girls walk into hospital, and they are pregnant. Some do not know that they are pregnant until they are like 6 months pregnant. So that shows there's a loop of a shot. Good shot. Good shot. Good shot. So it shows there's the biggest problem is ignorance, the lack of knowledge, the lack of awareness. Some children actually get pregnant thinking they were playing. Maybe some of them they were they live in fear. They are an uncle, big brother, a neighbor uses her, and then also the culture. Sometimes some parents instead of taking care of the girl child, they would rather she gets married early, and then they reduce the burden. Some of this has actually been contributed to by COVID. We know when COVID came, people lost jobs. There was no market for things like sugarcane, and sugarcane is a big good. It's it's one of the leading crops that people grow here.
Yes, that is true.
In Busoga region. So if I'm not selling my sugarcane to Kakira, I can't sell my sugarcane. There's no money to feed these people. And so most of the girls actually get married off in that time. Short. Nero is making some offers. Good throwback.
Wow.
Very good throw. Brilliant cricket here. So there are a number of factors. There's basically socio-economic factors. But this creates awareness. So people know it is actually not right for you to get pregnant at a young age. At least not cautiously you get. But if you do, you get it. We are standing with you, you get.
Yes.
And you should know you can maybe approach someone, talk about it. If you're being abused, Short, he's leaning into that ball and offering well. If you're being abused, you can as well seek help.
So there's this call for more career guidance.
Yeah, career guidance is also very important. Career guidance is definitely something to address.
Career guidance when
Shot!
Wow.
Clobbered. Over long on. For six. A big shot there by Nero. A big one by Nero. The young man has stepped up. He has stepped up. .46 for 1 after 5.5 overs. That's brilliant. So
how many runs left?
Like 20, 18.
18.
Of 25 balls. So they're right on top, and if they continue like that, this game will be done, and people will maybe have a lunch break.
You know, cricket is a game of high and lows. You know, it's like a weighing scale. You know, a game may drift to this side.
It's good. That is good. You want beer hungers money? Keep offering shots like that. So, like I was saying, it's socio-economic. Besides the cultural variations in Busoga is relatively conservative, as opposed to other regions in Uganda.
True.
Yeah, and we are very affected during COVID. Very affected. So the level of education also matters. You'll actually find that most of these girls that are victims of teenage pregnancy that end up in most cases the education level is also not at par. Some of them have not had a chance to go to school. So usually they grow up in an environment where getting married off early is actually an option to life. Like, she can't wait to get to 14 and go.
The social and economic factors, may force parents to marry off their kids just to get money, dowry,
and reduce the burden.
Something like that, yeah.
So when you see most of them, and usually, when you're young, it's harder for them. Most of them are candidates of cesarean sections. Candidates of cesarean section. We have colleagues doing my undergraduate research is about that prevalence of cesarean sections. In mothers attending antenatal in a health center there in Bugembe.
Okay.
But the number of teenage mothers, that you see looming around the village, is not reflected in the books. It's not. So that means most of them are actually not seeking out the hospitals.
They're going to the local.
Yeah, they're actually not seeking out the hospitals because they're embarrassed. That is one, and they hide. They hide down there. Yeah.
Yusuf.
Some of them think it's actually their fault. Yet it is not their fault. You get it? It's not their fault. So the lack of information, yeah. The lack of information is important. And also parents. Some parents they give it away very fast.
Okay.
Yeah. Give it away. Girls are married off very fast. COVID alone. COVID for 2 years. Those 2 years, yeah. And not only in Busoga, by the way. Not only in Busoga. BATBALL has just opened people's eyes here. Yeah?
True.
But there are also many other regions.
I would like to recognize the presence of they have sweeter chicken as compared to KFC. So don't struggle with lunch.
So
Just walk away. Place your orders and
We have Busoga today. We have Uganda cricket. Then it's a pattern. This is a BATBALL tournament. This is a pattern.
So he has offered. Nero keeps offering. Pius under the ball and he takes him. So Nero succumbs to. Miro is out for a beautiful 18 of 19 balls. He has been arrested, like we like to say, by Pius Oloka of the bowling of Ambayo, of Emmanuel Mukisa, sorry. Of the bowling of Emmanuel Mukisa. As we speak, AMAKOKOTAZI stands at 48 for 1 after 6.3 overs. 16 runs are off 21 balls to go. AMAKUBI hanging by the thread, trying to save the game. Can they do this? 16 runs to go. 21 balls.
Surely the game is close. The game is close. They can pull it off. They can pull it off, but it depends on how the bowlers are going to bowl. Every dot ball counts right now. Every wicket counts. Every run stopped counts right now. An interesting game here. Ginger cricket over.
So Pius is back. He's motivating his bowlers. Mukisa is still running in. Try and see if he can break the shackles again for his team. And oh yes, soft hands, a beauty. Guided to square leg, behind square leg, and they're able to get one. Eagle is on the wicket. Eagle is on the wicket and he has 10 of 8. Emmanuel Sebo has come and he has scored off his first touch.
Igulu can do the magic.
He can.
He used to hit. I don't know
He can.
if he does nowadays.
We are yet to see.
We are yet to see.
So, Marvin, last time we predicted a field set, the bowler proved to us that it was actually the correct field set. as much as we might see gaps, we might see sometimes you get away with your gamble, right? What would you say about this field set?
Well, the field set is okay.
2 covers.
Yeah, 2 covers. We have 2 guys down.
And the over is
long
done.
on and
The 7th
long
over
off.
is done.
We had a deep square leg here. Yeah, the field was okay. So in case of a pull shot, there is someone down here. In case, they are bowling according to the strengths of the batsmen. Most of the batsmen hit in the V. And the guy who had entered in, those are his strong zones, hitting in the V. So the 2 guys were dropped down there. That side, the boundary is a bit far. So to hit a 6 at Kampala Road end, you should have a lot of energy and right application.
Ball?
Coach Marvin,
Sir,
you've coached development sides before. 3-time champion, Soga College. So it's 15 runs, 3 overs to go. That's 5 per over.
yes.
What would be your take? What instructions will you give them right now?
Well, the bowling side,
Either side. What do you expect the bowlers to do right, and what do you expect the batsmen right now to be doing?
well, with the bowling
Point in
side,
time.
at this point in time, with the bowling side, I believe you need the dot balls. You need the dot balls more. If you get the wicket, well and good, but bowl according to your field, ball into stump.
And the field set?
The field set, the field set is okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Just that the point is a bit in. I would expect him to be at the 30. The edge of the circle.
What do you think the batsman will be thinking right now if it were you for the batting side? What instructions will you give? Because we need 5 in an over. This game should be going to the wire to get into the last over.
Get into the last over. I believe we would go run per ball, bring it closer. You don't win the game in 2 balls or 3 balls.
Is it wise bowling a spinner right now?
No, it is not. Maybe according to the batsman who is in, but you may find someone who is good at cut shot. You don't have someone down here. Trust me, that's a boundary.
They have no sweeper.
Shot.
Slogged.
Running
but
here.
straight. Think they will take 2?
2 runs here. A run out here.
Oh, it's a direct hit.
Wow.
Umpire
What
not
a throw.
interested.
What a throw.
Now whoever applies himself best takes it.
We used to call it malaria time.
They've said too early for that.
I would like to recognize the arrival of the captain. People's Rugby Club, Ginger Best. The champions of the table.
A run out here. Oh, good running.
So those are 3.
2 runs in this over.
Not over. 2 balls left. Can they get the 5?
Sure, they can.
I want to
Nova is
comment.
still on.
I want to comment the efforts going on here. There is a bit. There's the one Yusuf Nanga who is actually making effort to teach the locals about cricket. Yeah.
What
It's
a
like-
shot.
Yeah, a shot guided through
Slips.
slips for 2 and a pick 2.
Yusuf Nanga.
Yusuf Nanga speaking the typical Musoga.
Wow.
For the indigenous Musoga to get. And he has So we shall pose the question. Feel free to post your answers on the BATBALL Twitter handles. Amabunda gategeza ki mu Lusoga.
Amabunda.
Yeah, someone in the crowd is asking Amabunda gategeza ki mu.
Amabunda, the stomach.
Please, we shall be waiting for your answers on our BATBALL Twitter handles.
In the next
There's a lot of vibe here. The sun is up. The sun is up. The crowds are still trickling in. Everyone is welcome. Those who missed coming for the first games, there are still a couple more games to go today. You can still check in. There's a lot of action here. I've seen proper players. I think as the day goes on, we could tally and see how these players, what kind of picture they give you. You've seen national team players play.
Yes,
You can see someone, a nice left arm bowler maybe, and you believe he would benefit from mentorship from a Charles Waiswa. You can see a batsman who you believe will benefit from mentorship maybe from a Simon Says. Yeah, and all those things. So maybe later, as the inning goes on, you could pick a bowler, and then who does he reflect on the national team?
Oh, shot. Wow. Wow.
Shot. He was in so much control of that. He actually wanted it there.
Like I told you,
Caressed
Igulu.
through point.
Igulu can pull this
Igulu
one off.
dominating here.
Showing his full potential with about 11 runs to go.
7
runs to win. 7 runs to win. Pius felt he was the right man for the job, and I like that he took the challenge. But Iglu begs to differ. He keeps leaning into it and guiding it.
Yeah, as a pace bowler, would you believe? Do you think that's the right channel of bowling, or would you haven't seen a Yorker from Pius?
Yeah.
You're playing under 19 and you don't have those variations on you.
You expect
So I
his arm to
expect-
have those inclusive.
Yes.
Good running.
Good running.
Yes. Sometimes you're genuinely beaten. Yeah. Like we spoke earlier and said, there are players who are good at this, there are players who are good at that. So if you haven't practiced many Yorkers, I think this is not a good time to try it. What I would say is AMAKOKOTAZI has had a good wicketing column. Their top order has actually delivered.
Yes.
Yeah, so these are actually the best batsmen on the team.
Oh.
Oh, he has offered. He lured him into it and then he offered. I think Iglu's team is pleading with him to make sure they take them to the end. And also, as he's at the 9th strike, I'm sure he's thinking of taking his team to the end.
You know, when you're always at the crease line, don't say that I have backup behind. You know, when it's your day, it's your day. Yeah. But, oh,
Edged for one.
for one.
Someone national team calls those Chinese shots. I would love to see more cricketing legends, Uganda cricketing legends, yeah. Yeah. I would love to see more of at least maybe former national team players, yeah.
Yes.
Those who have time to show up, you get it, because if some of us benefited a lot from the positive reinforcement, the positive criticism we got from these players. You might be having a bad day and then this guy walks up to you and is like, you're actually bowling well. Just that alone can fuel you for the next 3-4 weeks to hit the nets.
That's
You'll
true.
be extremely motivated. And eventually you get when an icon of yours notices you and then they commend you for it, you feel the value of what you're doing. So you keep showing up to the pitch, even when you're down, you keep showing up, and before long the hard work you put in actually pays off. Then people end up with this thing of you're talented, you're what, but you've actually put in hard work. The other day I was watching an interview of Ed Sheeran.
Yes.
Ed Sheeran. We all know Ed Sheeran, a very brilliant pop musician. And he was saying, people walk up to me and they say I'm a natural, I have a natural voice, I've worked on this, but he's like, no, I beg to disagree. He's actually not a natural. There was a time he was not doing well. There's a time. So in that interview, he played an audio of him while playing a guitar and singing.
Yes.
And believe me,
It is the worst audio you'll ever listen to. He's the worst singer you'll ever listen to. Yeah, but now when people look at him today, they just assume he's a natural. So this cricket, as much as like this, when you get there, people only look at what you're doing, and yet you've put in the work.
So there's a lot of work behind.
All lofted and taken from point.
How many runs?
No, it's too soon to tell. 5 runs. 5 runs, 5 deliveries.
5 in
runs,
5, yeah.
5 deliveries. Some of you have been in these situations.
Are we going for a super over? Or there is chance of...
We need a result today. We need a result today.
But either way, we shall get the result. Yeah. One is walking off as a winner,
so
and as a loser.
He had the passion. Yeah. He has the talent, but talent needs to be honed. It needs to be groomed. It needs to be... There's always hard work behind it. You get? Yeah, but... And so this positive reinforcement from these stars, of course, these children have watched us play. They've watched the national team players play. For me, I used to enjoy... I remember when I was young, I saw Sebanja. Jonathan Sebanja. I saw him bowl at the Budo Cricket Ground. Those days of Charity.
Yes.
Was it Charity?
Yeah, it was Charity.
Of Charity. I saw him bowl and he would run in and the ball pitch and fly over the batsman to the wicket.
You're like,
and
wow.
I like that. Oh, it has changed now.
5
runs or 4. And I like that. So it drove me through. I wanted to bowl like this guy. I wanted that kind of bounce. Oh yes, they now need 5
keeping
balls. Good keeping and stamped. AMAKOKOTAZI is deep down the barrel. Deep down the barrel. They need to change this. Igulu seems rather very unsettled. He's pacing around his crease. He can't believe what's happening on the other end. So that kept me going. It kept me going. So simple. It may seem simple, but that positive criticism keeps you going. It keeps you going. Keeps you going. So I'm happy when I see Charles Waiswa here, when I see Martin Ondeko, the former CEO, Yusuf Nanga, Coach Habib Mugarla. Usually it's different. Yeah, it's different now. I would encourage people to be a part of this. Because
the game is going to the wire here.
Yeah. Left arm, they may bowl, chance of bowling the wide.
5 runs off 4 balls.
Oh yes, it ran through.
Oh no!
Oh dear, Igulu keeps strike. 2 runs to win. Oh, 4 runs to win. 2 balls.
2 balls. Interesting here.
Let's see if Igulu's long handle will work.
I don't know. I have the belief Igulu will pull it off.
Pull it off.
Yeah.
The bowler needs to be very careful here. Igulu just needs 3 runs to level the score and 4 to win.
Malaria time.
Malaria time. The MRD tests are all positive. Joseph, what will you do? Stand and deliver? Shot! Straight to the fielder.
Oh, no!
It rolls over. Score is level. Score is level.
Wow.
Score is level.
Score is level.
To win. One run to win. 1 run and we have a super over. 1 dot ball and have a super over. 1 run to win. Where would you rather be if not here? think I would be here.
I would be here definitely.
I would be here.
Wala tuwe.
I would be here.
Koto yesa wati makwile tulo. Akapira kalala.
There's a lot of Lusoga to learn.
Empikindala.
There's a lot of Lusoga to learn. So, like we said, play, party, and partner with BATBALL.
BATBALL.
Local partners have been involved. International partners have also been involved. As of now, we want to commend Registers for coming on board.
1 ball to go.
Oh yes! He offers. AMAKUBI wins. AMAKUBI wins.
AMAKUBI.
Oh, AMAKOKOTAZI wins.
AMAKOKOTO.
Marvin, you just lost a bit. Do you remember the octopus in World Cup?
Not really.
There was a World Cup that had an octopus that would predict winning teams.
Yeah. I remember it.
Must be the octopus of doom.
I tried.
AMAKOKOTAZI wins. They didn't seem like favorites, but I liked their bowling changes. They are rich. They have a rich bowling lineup. And I can see Coach Habib Mugara is their coach. Yeah, but he is not in their tent.
He's not in their tent.
He trusts the boys to get the job done. Butu is warming up. Preparing for the game, yeah. Very shortly we shall have an interview from the winning captains and also other captains on what their plan is. All welcome to party, partner and play with BATBALL.
You know, someone has said AMAKUBI losing it's like Argentina losing its first game and
but not to Saudi Arabia. AMAKOKOTAZI seems more solid than Saudi Arabia.
Who can come together and say no to other marriage and a pregnancy. So me and you is Madam Point all the way from let's introduce ourselves briefly. Thank you very much, Colin, for the question this sample. Allow me call the captain Buntu, CC, and
It's holiday time. all these captains are backing their teams.
And
Like they know their strength, so they are capitalizing on that.
what did you guys score in the morning?
Yeah. Day one, 4 teams, 9 games, and we're heading for game number 3. Butu has another go at Mpungu. There was a lot of unfinished business earlier, and Butu won the toss this time round again, and then they opted to bat. They believe they have a good batting side, and they're ready to set a score bigger than what they did in the morning, bigger than 90, right? Yeah, and hopefully, let's see how Mpungu handles this. It's a very sunny day. Yeah, a good day to play cricket, clearly, but it will be a test. It will be a check for fitness. Yeah, it is going to check their fitness. It's going to be fatiguing. It's hot out there.
Yeah.
And it's really draining. Oh, do they look fit? Do they look like they can handle this, Marvin?
Yes, they do, because they've been training. I've seen the past few weeks. I've seen a couple of guys here training, running. So I believe they are fit enough. Or maybe they need is just water to hydrate. You know, there's a lot of sunshine here. Yeah.
So again, we are back. Butu preparing to walk on. Preparing to walk on. Again, a change of umpires. A change of umpires, and I like the commitment. I like the passion we can see here. I like that the event is colorful. I like the fact that everyone seems focused. And then, yeah. So this kind of arrangement, this kind of tournament is made for anyone who can play cricket, anyone who wishes to partner with BATBALL, and anyone who wishes to part with BATBALL. The music is tuned to your liking. The cricket is tuned to move your soul. And
It's come play and party with BATBALL. Cricket for all. Not forgetting, we have our partners.
not in the pitch. And in a longer length. Nyuma waliwo ako kokubanga a little mid-wicket talk before we start. I think to get their strategies right, the fields are being set. Yeah.
I believe it's going to be an interesting game. You know, Mpungu lost in the morning.
Yeah.
So they have come out. I saw the way they were walking on. They looked confident.
They looked confident.
They looked confident. They are ready to go out there and execute
And
what their coach has told
on the other
them.
hand, I think these guys would want to change the narrative. The fact that they lost the morning game, you don't want to lose twice.
No.
You don't want to lose twice. Most to the same opposition.
That's true.
So I believe the captain is going to make a few changes, and it's good to see the game starting on time. They everyone looks fired up to play. Everyone looks fired up to play.
You're waiting for the wicketkeeper to get ready. But I believe in the afternoon there will be bigger scores to chase. Bigger scores to chase, yeah.
Let's hope
Because
and
remember,
see.
always the first game you're always